Standard biology defines the human eye as a camera, a passive receiver that merely records a static universe existing outside of ourselves. But at the subatomic scale, solidity dissolves. Reality is actually a dense field of interacting electromagnetic waves and mathematical possibilities. Human consciousness operates as a toroidal engine, continuously cycling energy to project, receive, and collapse these waves into experience. This creates a conjugate cycle. Energy radiates outward from a central point, only to be pulled back inward in a self-sustaining loop. Recognizing this mechanism transforms you from a victim of a static world into an architect. You are projecting your lived experience, frame by frame. The cycle begins with outward projection. In ancient traditions, the right eye, the eye of Ra, symbolized the centrifugal projector of the mind. This has a measurable biological source. As neurons fire, their digital pulses disturb the brain's ionic fields, creating analog crusts of light called biophoton plasma. These plasma crusts act as the quantum currency of your consciousness. They carry the specific frequency of your intent and radiate it outward into the uncollapsed field. The universe responds through a containment lattice, a dark matter filament network that composes over 99% of the visible cosmos. As your projected biophoton wave leaves the body, it collides with this highly sensitive plasma grid. The grid functions as a responsive membrane. It filters and modifies the wave based on physical constraints and the frequency you broadcasted. The environment learns from these signals, adjusting its own electromagnetic structure to match your internal state. Once the wave is modified, the left eye, the eye of Horus, acts as a receptive biological black hole to capture it. This centripetal force pulls the returning light down the optic nerves and toward the center of the skull. The destination is a vaulted, fluid-filled chamber at the absolute center of the brain, the third ventricle. Ancient Sumerian stone reliefs encoded this neuroanatomy through the image of a winged figure holding a pine cone and a vessel. These represent the biological poles surrounding the third ventricle. The electrical pine cone is the pineal gland. The magnetic vessel is the pituitary. The incoming waves arrive in this chamber, suspended perfectly within the highly conductive medium of the cerebral spinal fluid. This anatomical structure serves as the hardware required to translate non-local cosmic information into human awareness. Within this highly conductive fluid, the returning waves enter a state of pure quantum superposition, the absolute zero point. In this moment of physical stillness, before the brain reacts, time and space coalesce into a higher dimension. This stillness creates an algorithmic break. Because the outcome isn't yet determined by past reactions, your consciousness has a non-computable window of sovereign free will. You can choose to react through past trauma and fear, or you can consciously hold a frequency of peace. The instant you choose, the wave function collapses. The brain performs a Fourier transform, simplifying the infinite data into a single pattern. This mathematical calculation is what renders the quantum data into a tangible, three-dimensional lived experience. By stepping into this zero point and mastering your emotional broadcast, you sever entanglement with the matrix, reclaiming your position as the center of reality.